Hello, this is Katrina, the owner of COSMarketingAgency, and we're going to talk about how, at the time of this recording, we now have 10,000 YouTube subscribers. We're also going to talk about the importance of online engagements, YouTube ads, and the like. We're also going to go into a little bit of a screen share session, and we're going to go through our YouTube channel to specifically break down the success of certain videos that reach the most people, and that also we attribute to the reason that we have an increase in YouTube subscribers. So let's get into the first portion. Number one, why YouTube? Well, YouTube has a very strong partnership with Google. They're owned by the same companies at the top. And YouTube is part search engine and part social media. YouTube is actually the second largest search engine, second to Google, and eventually it could potentially dominate Google as the main search engine. Now that has yet to be seen, but YouTube is a huge platform. People watch it in their phones, their tablets, their computers, laptops, and also more recently we have seen an increase in people watching YouTube on their televisions. So since YouTube has a partnership with lots of different sports organizations now as well, they have paid subscriptions. They have really gone through the stratosphere, and they are a multi-billion-dollar company. One that you don't want to miss. It's a lot different in how it functions in other sites. You have old videos that can still have a strong impact if you choose the right subjects. You want to focus on your clients or potential clients' pain points. You want to address that directly, and you want to do it in such a way where it is set up like a search that somebody would put on Google, but instead watch on YouTube. And it's great because we could take these videos and we can put them inside of your blogs and inside of pages on your website. It has a lot of connective tissue with the on-site experience without slowing things down because you're embedding it in the website. So I think it's just an absolutely valuable tool. And we are very pleased at our, recent growth. And we've been having growth for the years, but this last year has been absolutely tremendous. And that's because we're putting a lot of our efforts into the SEO or search engine optimization part of YouTube's social media algorithm. Do not make any mistake. You have to focus a lot on how to optimize your content. Otherwise, you're just going to be focusing on outspending the competition. And let's face it, that's near impossible when the competition is just a click away and almost every industry is saturated. So guys, do not miss out on YouTube. Do not miss out on its benefits. Again, I'm going to go in through right now and screen share some important videos to show you from our end, kind of what's worked for us. Maybe that'll help you. Thank you guys. See you soon.
Hey there. So we are going to go through our YouTube channel very briefly here, and we're going to talk a little bit about how we were able to reach 10,000 subscribers. This is an addendum or an extra part to what I was talking about earlier related to YouTube marketing in general, its benefits, how it connects to Google, and all that stuff. But I wanted to go through and actually show my YouTube channel based on the time frame, which today is 5/22/25. So if you're seeing this after that, this is probably going to go up. This number keeps on accelerating. And in the last year, we got a lot more subscribers. I think prior to this year, we were at maybe just 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, something like that, maybe 4 at most. So we've more than doubled our subscribers, which is something I may have touched on earlier in this video. But at any rate, I wanted to kind of get into more detail as to why and kind of show you these things. So number one, you're going to see certain similarities when it comes to the thumbnails without it being too cookie cutter and too similar, right? So you want some nuances, but you want an overall brand look and aesthetic. All of the fonts are the same. The colors, we're mixing and matching all of the same colors. We have a background that's bright, but still a little bit more faded in comparison to me in the front of the thumbnail. I'm on every single thumbnail. And the reason is so that you can connect with me, the owner of the company. When you call the business, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get me. When you're in a meeting, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get me. Correspondence, a lot of it comes from me, or I'm involved in it directly. So you get that connection right from the beginning. Once you do a deep dive on my content, it's not like after that when you actually contact us, you're going to be hearing from different people. I'm not going to send you off to, you know, somebody overseas in India or Bangladesh or something like that that has no idea really, you know, who I am or much about me. So that personalization certainly has helped tremendously, but we've been doing that for a while. So what's the big difference in the last year or two? Well, for one, we've been focusing a lot more on the titles and how we tag certain things. So I'm using multiple different sources as far as the strategy goes for the titles, the thumbnails themselves to a certain extent, but definitely the titles and the tags that are in these posts. I'm cross-referencing anywhere between 2 or 3 different software systems to help with that. And a lot of it comes from up here. I'm looking at what competitors are doing and I'm analyzing that and I'm adapting that in my own unique way. And I'm focusing on what my prospects need, their pain points, but making these titles in such a way that they're very searchable. If you look at these titles, these are things theoretically somebody could put into Google search or YouTube. Why meta boosted posts are making a comeback? What really happens at the Small Business Expo? That one in particular is good because the Small Business Expo is a big event, but they don't really have a lot of stuff that really tells you about the experience. You know, their marketing is good. There's a lot of it, but a lot of it's actually pretty surprisingly surface level, but not surprising if you think about the fact that you're also going there to get that special information. So they probably don't want to give a lot away. I don't give a lot away in terms of the personal information and everything, but the vibe, the experience, what you can expect, pros and cons. Would I go back again? Is it worth spending your money on to get a booth or just going under a free ticket or an upgraded ticket without the expensive booth price? I really dive deep. And I think that's why, even though we had a modest ad spend on this of like $50, why it reached 5,000 people, right? If the Small Business Expo wasn't a big event, and if I didn't put something here that was searchable, I didn't use tags that were very closely related to this, all about the Small Business Expo, all about that one topic, all those different tags, all 500 characters were about that, then this would have reached, you know, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 people, you know. And certain things, I'm not necessarily doing it because I wanted to reach a lot of people. I just want that subject out there. I want that information out there. And maybe I already have a lot of resources put together from putting stuff together for clients or my team. So I could just whip together a quick video, and it doesn't take me a long time. And I'm not expecting to get more than 1,000 or 2,000 views. That's kind of what you're looking at in some of these things that have less traction and reach. These are things that are just a mismatch of stuff that I have together, but it's still, you know, obviously put in a way that is polished enough and looks professional. But that's really the difference there, is honing in on pain points, being very particular with the verbiage in the thumbnails and titles, making it very searchable stuff that is searchable terms. Do not be afraid to also get verbose and long with your tags on YouTube. A lot of people think it's like a hashtag where it's supposed to be really short and tiny. It's not. You can get pretty long on YouTube tags because, again, it's about how you search in that search function area. It's very much like Google in that regard. So keep that in mind. YouTube has a lot of similarities to Google. They're different platforms, but they're very much connected and they're very similar in a lot of ways. And this here, 15,000 views, about $100 ad spend. Our Better Business Bureau accreditation, what that means for you. Again, focusing on what it means for them. And the Better Business Bureau has been around for a long time, but a lot of people are saying, hey, is that an old thing of the past? Do I need the Better Business Bureau? This breaks down all the pros and cons. And I keep it real, I keep it honest. You know, if we've made mistakes or we thought we could do something better, we share those things so you guys don't make those mistakes. If we are skeptical of certain things, or if there's a, you know, if there's a con to it, to the pros, right? We're going to talk about everything. Same thing, the Better Business Bureau. Obviously, there's a lot more good than bad there, but we talk about, you know, misconceptions or things that are not necessarily as good about it than others, you know, and on and on. And I think the realness, the honesty is very important too. When you click on this, you're going to get the answers you're looking for. A lot of people, it's just clickbait, meaning you go to the video, it's about something else entirely, or doesn't really address the problem that you want. And then you get halfway through it, you get frustrated. For us, you will get the information you want from start to finish. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And some of these are still going. We're running ads for all of these. So this is going to get, you know, more views soon. So wanted to go through that. For the long form videos, short form videos, you know, same Same kind of thing here. A lot of them, not surprisingly, get average higher views because shorts do. But you know, a lot of our shorts are taken from our long form, similar structure, similar strategy. All right. So that's my spiel about that. I hope that helped clarify some things for you. Thanks, guys. Bye.